Producers of the Oscar-nominated Wolf of Wall Street are getting hit with a $25 million lawsuit.
Barry does. Is all this legal? Absolutely not. We were making more money than we knew what to do with.
We don't work for you, man.
You have my money taped to your boobs. Technically, you do work for me.
What's wrong with you?
The lawsuit takes issue with a character named Nicky Rugrat Koskoff and jokes about his toupee. Rugrat is played by this actor. This is P.J. Byrne. Former Stratton Oakmont employee Andrew Green believes his life inspired the Rugrat character, and he says he was wrongly portrayed as a criminal, a drug user, and a toupee wearer. So, Drew Findling, let me bring you in, criminal defense attorney, to talk about whether this has legs, as we say. I think particularly this guy is irked because the movie mocks the fact that he is wearing this toupee. Not the fact that he had a toupee, but that it's mocking this toupee.
Well, what's interesting is they have to be able to show that this was actually a portrayal of him. And what he's saying is that they did have a nickname for him, I believe Wigwam,
right,
because he wore a wig, and that's what ties it in. But, you know, my question is, no one would even know it's this guy but for this lawsuit and all of the stories like your own that are now going to tie him into the story. It's the movie itself.
So you're saying he's now calling attention to it, therefore we now know who he is. But does that even have merit? Can toupee mocking, is that a legal thing?
Well, I do not think so, and I find this very questionable. He was an investment banker. He lived in California, not practicing law. He's apparently moving his law practice, or what law practice he didn't have, to New York, waiting to get sworn in, and now files this suit in New York. He's going to get all this publicity. He's not going to go anywhere with the suit. We all know that. They're not going to hand over the film like he wants them to do. But he's going to sure get a lot of publicity when he hangs out his door outside of his office, his name outside of his door.
Mm-hmm. What about just in general, Drew, when films are based upon, I believe this was based upon that Jordan Belfort memoir, whose permission do they really need to get to tell stories like these? Jordan Belfort and all characters involved? I imagine not.
No, they do not. And you have to think that with a company of this magnitude making this film, I mean, the Scorsese film, as I understand it, they are consulting lawyers. You know, when you watch the credits, Brooke, you actually see the lawyers' names now. So they're making sure that they are dotting their I's and crossing their T's. They made sure they didn't use his name. They didn't have his likeness. They did everything they needed to do. And he's doing what he needs to do right now, which is promote himself.
Mm-hmm. Lawyers' names in the credits, huh? Drew Findling, thank you very much.